family. I am your one and your only Lady of Crochet, Lady Simone, and we are back with another all over the place crochet broadcast. Yes, 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 and y'all. We are live, 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 y'all. Woo! I thought I was prepared to be live, y'all, and it was like as I was getting myself together, I said, you know what? I'm not as ready as I thought I was. I thought I was ready. Time, it seems like when it's closer to the time to go live, it seemed like time speeds up. So last time I looked at the clock, it was almost like it was about, let's see, it seemed like it was about 2 to 3 hours before I go live. Then I looked at the clock again and it said 20 minutes. And then it was 6 o'clock. So hello to everyone that is entering the room. We are live with another crochet broadcast, y'all. Listen, I'm so excited for tonight. For some strange reason, let me see, make sure. I'm gonna put y'all on my iPad because I cannot see anything on my phone. Like nothing is popping up. So if you have joined the live, hello, hello, hello. There we go. Hi, Malibu Maddie. How are you? How are you? How are you? Listen, we have a good live. Hi, So Unicornish. How are you? How are y'all doing? Look, oh, I have to show y'all too. Hello, so glad to be here. Hello, Granny. How are you? Listen, y'all, I'm so excited for this live. I have some more would you rather questions, and it's so crazy because I had to stop myself because I would ask my family all the would you rather questions. When I printed them, I found some really good ones today. And I was asking my husband, I'm like, would you rather? Because I absolutely love would you rather questions. I love because it gives us a way, and like I was telling my son, because he's like, Mom, that's a good idea. And I said it gives us a way to connect with each other. Just we're crocheting, yes. We have an A like in that, but sometimes it's good to unwind with some other questions. But y'all, I wanted to talk to y'all before we get going with the questions because listen, first of all, let me show y'all my nails. We have some more all over the place crochet broadcast nails. Listen, I think we started a thing because I told my nail tech, I said, now I have to have my nails a little all over the place so that it can match the theme. So we were so excited for these. So these are the all over the place crochet nails for this month. I'm so excited about these nails. And they are my nails, y'all. But one thing today, and I wanted to know, thank you so much, So Unicorn. It says so cute. Thank you so much. I wanted to know, am I the only one? Y'all, I've been kind of in a crochet funk, and I don't know what's happened. I'm like, I don't know. It's almost like beautiful on you. Thank you, Green. Look, I have some color in my nails. So, and then I made sure I put a yellow shirt on today. So maybe that offset all the black that I like to wear. It offsets it just a little bit. But I've been in like a little crochet funk, and I was sitting there trying to think like, what is going on? And it's one of those things to where y'all know I love to crochet hats, and I've been on an amigurumi kick with the love plush, but I was trying to force myself to make a hat today. That did not happen, and I was just like, and it was almost like I realized when I forced myself, I'm trying to complete some things, y'all, and guess what? I mess up on it. Like it's almost like I didn't know how to crochet a hat. So I had to put my hook down. So for the live, I had to ask myself, what am I going to crochet as we're chatting it up, as we're talking? I was like, you know what? We're gonna pull out our handy dandy granny square that we worked on last time that I set aside because these are perfect times to work on this. But I wanted to add to what I said. I went to the Dollar Tree and I got this Premier Just yarn, and it's a cute color. So in my mind, I was like, okay, I wanted to use this color for like a nice little ruffle hat, and I thought it would be really cute because the color, let's see, it says sherbet, 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 and it's a beautiful, beautiful color. But I was just like, you know what? I'm just gonna add it to this square today because I don't know what is going on, and I'm not going to use the four. I'm gonna add it with a 6 millimeter hook. But I don't know what's going on, y'all. Why I'm not, I guess I won't say inspired. It's just that I don't have anything yet that makes me say, you know what, crochet this, you know? So let me know, do y'all get in those little funks sometimes to where you're like, listen, I don't even feel like picking up my hook, but I want to just look on Pinterest at a whole bunch of crochet stuff. Yeah, but that's what's been happening. It's like I want to just look at crochet on Pinterest, but I don't necessarily want to crochet. So I'm gonna start this right here, and y'all let me know in the comments below what are y'all working on. I hope y'all are having a beautiful day. How is the weather where you are? Because for me, y'all, it's hot, but it feels good. It's hot, but it's not too bad. I go months sometimes without crocheting. I go in waves. Yes. And I think, you know what, so unicornish, I think that's so necessary for people to hear because a lot of times people need to understand like it's okay to just do it, whenever you feel it. Because the crazy thing is, and I was telling my husband, I was so inspired yesterday to write. I was writing like I had to take my daughter to dance, and I said, I'm glad dance was yesterday because it gave me a stop. Because I have these days sometimes where I'm just like on go, 100 miles per hour, and that was yesterday, but it was for writing. So I was just like boom, 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 wanting to write, wanting to edit. I was doing so much things when it came to that, and I don't know if I tired myself out or what happened, but when I woke up this morning, usually I can try to pick up my hook and crochet something. Y'all, that was not happening. Like, it was almost like I couldn't, the hats that I tried, y'all, it was not turning out. And I'm gonna show y'all too, because let me show y'all this. I did this hat, and I'm gonna tell y'all, I wanted to do a bucket style hat, but I wanted to look like a watermelon, right? I messed up on the hat so bad. Look at this. Messed up on the hat. It's too small around this way. I was supposed to put red for the watermelon. Green was supposed to be the brim. Then I was gonna put some black seeds around here. I just messed this up. So I said, okay, let me put this to the side. So I put that to the side. Then I started this hat and I said, okay, let's try to just make it a nice little bucket hat with the red. So I got this far on this one, and I just was just like, you know what? I'm working on those hexagon slippers. I think you made them a while ago. Yes, those are awesome. Those are so. I really love how those work out. You're gonna really love those so unicornish. Granny says, beautiful hot weather in Georgia. I crochet to relax and enjoy. Making two sheen vest orders. Would love to see you make the jester hat. Oh, I made the jester hat. I don't know, I don't have it beside me to pull out, but I did make a Jester hat. I don't have it. I just want to make sure I don't have it beside me, but I don't have it beside me. But I did make a Jester hat, and I really loved the Jester hat when I made that one. It is hot, so in Georgia it's warm, and I'm in South Carolina, so we have a hot day. And I don't know too. I was wondering, is it because of the weather? Like, am I not that inspired? I don't know. Because I'm just like, man, like, I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just like a little moment and I have to get over it. But and I'm one of those people to where I'm like, listen, I'm not gonna force it. So like where Granny says, just crochet it to enjoy it. I mean to relax and enjoy. That's exactly when I pull out these. It's like a relaxing and enjoying, just like I'm on the live, and it's like I want to keep my hands moving, so that's why I'll pick up a granny square. So I have like a lot of granny squares around for that reason. And honestly, it helps me unwind a little bit too. It's almost like, listen, you need to calm down a little bit, pick up your granny square, mindless crochet, and just crochet. But anyways, I'm not gonna keep going because y'all know I can talk. So I didn't pull it out of drawer today. I mean out of jar for my would you rather, but I think we have a good set. So let's get going. Let's ask the would you rather questions because I'm so excited about the would you rather questions. Okay, the first one. Okay, y'all. I forgot my water. Every time I get to going, talking too much, need water. I forgot my water today. But it says, okay, I asked my husband this one, and I love hearing his response. But I'm going to ask y'all, okay? Would you rather go into the past and meet your ancestors or go into the future and meet your great grandchildren? Which one would you rather do? Go into the past to meet your ancestors or go into the future to meet your great grandchildren? And y'all, I think I'm going into the future because I think, I would love to see some past family members, yes, but I think in the future it would be so awesome just to, get to see great grandchildren. It's almost like, hey, there's such a part of you to see the future. And I always had this saying, and I think I mentioned it here on the channel before, when I would say, when I worked in childcare, I was like, teachers have such a special job because we get to be a part of a future that we may never get to see. So if we do this thing the right way, teachers, parents, people who, are around children, if we do it the right way, we can plant seeds in these children to where, hey, in the future, they're gonna say, you know what, I had this teacher. Her name was Miss Such and Such, and she was so amazing. And next thing you know, you have, what I'm saying, influenced the future. A part of you have made it to the future. Granny says, "Oh, as a grandmother, would love to meet them." Oh, see, that would be beautiful, and just to see, like how are those little great grands doing? What? How are they impacting the world from the love and stuff that we put in our children, and they place in their children, and we can see all the greatness that they're going to bring to the world in their time. You know what I'm saying? Like I always think about that. That's why I always tell my kids, be good people. I try to be such a good person so that we can change our world around us now, but then they can change their world too. So Courtney says, I'll go in the past. Would love to know more about my family. Nice. Nice. She says it will, I mean, if we had kids, I'll say yes. And going into the past is not bad either. Going into the past is not bad because for me, I will be able to talk to my dad. Such an amazing, awesome person. After death, you realize a lot of things because especially if you're young when someone passed. Because I always say, my dad came here to this earth. He did what he was supposed to do. Such a good person, and I feel like a lot of who I am is because of him. And when you look at it, before I couldn't understand it, back then, of course, I was a little younger. But I couldn't understand it back then. But now that you mature and you understand a little bit more about death and you understand everything, it's almost like, wow, he made such an impact. When you meet people and they're like, your dad was a good person or he helped me with this and he did this, it's such a beautiful thing, y'all. So I do have some amazing people, in the past that I would love to meet, even some grandparents I have not met, but you hear a lot of stories and you're like, I see my child or my niece and nephew act like that. So they acting like you. Granny says if I go back, see my husband will not want to. Oh, I can totally understand that. I can totally understand that. Like a piece of us will forever be with them. That's the beautiful thing. And sometimes you do, get in a moment where you're like, listen, if only I could have that one more conversation. But like I always say, I hold my dad in my heart, and I always, feel like some things that I do, I'm like, okay, Dad, that was something you would do. So it comes out. It comes out. Okay, so let's get another would you rather question. Okay, let's see. Would you rather have more time or more money? Which one would you rather? More time or more money? Now, for someone like me, that's it. To me, that's kind of layered a little bit because, of course, more time sounds amazing. You know what I'm saying? Because you have more time. But I would say more money because more money can allow me to create a little more time. You know, if you have, because even if it's like, say something, oh, I want my husband around a little more, hey, the more money I have, you don't have to go into work that much. So then we saving a little bit more on time, you know? Time, money you make. Okay, I get that. Granny says time, money you make. And see, for me, I'm thinking like, I get the money and we can create some more time. So that way it's something for me, it lessens up, it opens up a little more opportunities, I guess. Because it's something, but time is such a precious thing. And I tell my kids all the time, I'm like, listen, realize the time that you do have, because a lot of times we sit and say, oh my goodness, I don't have this much time. But when you really think about it, we do have a lot of time. It's not about what how much time we have, it's what we are doing with the time that we have. And I had to learn that because of course I remember when I would be at work in my earlier days, and I'm just sitting there, I'm like, man, if I have more time, I'll do this. I'll crochet more, or I'll do this more. But in reality, when I got to more time, I was like, hey, girl, you remember when you used to say if you have more time? So then I started had to utilize my time a little better because I'm like, oh, that is true because I remember when I couldn't do these things. So now I cherish and try to make the best out of my time, even if it's sometimes if you got to relax, because relaxing is a good part of your time as well. Just like me and my husband has this thing. It says he says just because you are moving, don't mean you're being productive. Just because you think, oh, I'm busy, busy does not equate to being productive. Because sometimes I know in the quiet and still moments, that's when a lot of great ideas come to me. So I value that time as well. Okay, so let's see. Number three. Okay, I thought this one was cool too. Would you rather be able to talk with the animals or speak all foreign languages? Be able to talk with the animals or speak all foreign languages. Wow. I think that's a good one. I think that's a good one. Would you rather be able to talk to all animals or speak all foreign languages? Y'all, listen, I don't know what it is. I have a little obsession with some animals, and I look at animals, I'm like, oh, they are amazing, y'all. I'm going with the animals because I want to know some things like when you see how certain animals move, you see how they react to different things. I want to know, like, hey, how is it for y'all? Some of my favorite animals are elephants, y'all. So I would definitely like to get into the minds of the elephants. Me and the kids watched the whales movie yesterday. It was a documentary, so we watched that. It was on Disney Plus. What is it called? Oh goodness! Of course, I'm gonna forget. We did it as for school, so we watched it, talked about it, discussed it, and everything like that. Um, it was such a beautiful documentary. A beautiful documentary because it gave us like an insight into the lives of whales. And it showed three different places where the whales live. And then it shows them like how they actually interact with each other and the things that they did to survive. I thought it was a really good documentary. I love that documentary. And we even saw it was another documentary we saw with the octopus. That was a good one. I can't remember the name of that one, but it showed this guy and he was with that octopus for like I think it was a year's time that he showed him documenting every day him going into the water and how the octopus gained his trust, and that was such a beautiful documentary. You changed up your background. Nice. Yes, I did. Hello, hubby. Hello, hubby. Hello, hubby. Just my 3 cents, y'all. That's him. That's hubby. He said, look, and I just did it on a whim. So I thought I was prepared. That's what I was talking about. I thought I was prepared for the live. And I said, you know what? I wanted to change some things up. So I actually changed my background. And I'm going to change it some more. But for right now, I said it would do. It would do for right now. So Granny says, had a dog for 18 years. She acted like a human. Glad she didn't speak. No, that's too much. That would be now. That would be something. think now sometimes I look at a lot. My daughter loves looking at on YouTube the grooming, the dog grooming videos. It's this lady, she groomed dogs and cats. My daughter loves looking at her channel, and sometimes I find myself sitting there watching it with her. And y'all, we don't have a cat or a dog. Would love to have a dog one day, but not right now. And we watch that YouTube channel. When I say I think some of those animals, if we could hear how they, if what they're really saying, I probably would change my mind and say, listen, I do not want to hear what these animals saying because those dogs on that YouTube channel when she's grooming them, I'm like, oh, goodness gracious! Like some of them are like, listen, I don't want to get groomed. I don't know why they brought me to you, but listen, don't touch me. That's if only we can hear what they say. So, but it's definitely a cute little YouTube channel. But I don't know what my obsession is with animals. I would love to know, like, just what they're thinking, and I don't know. I don't know. But anyways, it would be cool to know too all the languages of the world too. I'm not even that would be awesome to know. But Dr. Doolittle in this thing is also obsession of mine. I love that movie. Okay, so let's get another one. Whoa. Okay. Would you rather win the lottery or live twice as long? Y'all, I'm going with the latter. I want to live twice as long, but I'm gonna add a little bit on mine. I want to live twice as long and be in good health and be able to actually enjoy life, being twice as long, like and have amazing people with me. I feel like so unicorn says I feel like they would be talking about food a lot. I think listen, I think so unicorn says they may look at us and say, listen, I don't want to eat this. I want to eat what you're eating. Give me that. Give me that. A lot of animals will. I don't think we would want to hear what the animals are going to tell us. But so would you rather? It says, win the lottery or live twice as long. Which one would y'all rather do? Win the lottery or live twice as long? For me, I'm going with live twice as long. Like I said, I think that would be cool. Extra life, yes. So Unicorn says extra life, yes, yes, yes. Because I think like as long as we're in good health, like can you imagine? Like my husband's grandmother, she was 100 and do. It was over 100. I can't remember the exact age, yes, extra life. My husband's grandmother was over 100. She was in good mind and good health before she passed away. And I had a great grandmother that lived to be, I think she was almost at 100. And she was in good mind as well before she passed. And she got sick probably right before she passed away. She got sick. She was only sick for like a couple of months and then she passed away. But she was still driving herself. She was in good health and sound mind. So it's beautiful to see our elders, y'all. I have something with elders, like to know people have been here longer than us and the stories that they can tell us, the things they can pass along, like the wisdom, just the love, like they saw a time that we never got to see, that we never got to see. And it's so important sometimes to pass those down because it gives us just insight, like of the beautiful world that we live in. And just to hear those stories and to see how far things have came, y'all, I have something for elders. Because one day I will be an elder, and I hope someone loves me as much as I love elders. Okay, so let's keep going. All right, so would you rather feel worse if no one showed up to your wedding or to your funeral? Which one would you feel worst about if no one showed up to your wedding or to your funeral? Listen, I think I would have to go wedding because if it's my funeral, I mean, I don't think I'm gonna know. If I'm already going over, I may not know that they didn't show up. So I think I'll be okay with that. Now the wedding, it's just I always say, nowadays weddings are so different. Everybody do weddings different now. For me, I always say I got married way longer, right? But for me, if I was to have a wedding now, I was not having a big wedding. I was gonna have like take it to the courthouse, let's just get married, or we can do something very intimate with just the kids and whatever. And then I want to have like a big reception, like no big wedding, just an awesome reception. And my reception would be more so like a like all the families come together and we just gonna have a good time. That's what I would do nowadays. Because some people spend so much on weddings and I'm like, woo, I can't believe like the prices of weddings. And it's so amazing to see how things have changed. Because back then for me, weddings was nowhere as expensive as it is now. And you're like, for the venue alone, I'm like, what? We got married in the church, had a reception at the school gymnasium, and we had a good time. It was nowhere near, as much as it is now. But everybody's doing things so differently. But yeah, I will go. So Unicorn says wedding. Yeah, because listen, if I'm already gone on over, I don't think I will mind who shows up to my funeral. Like, it's okay. I'm sorry, I don't know why that took me back. It's okay. Okay, let's see. Ooh, I like it. Would you rather be without your smartphone for a week or not use Alexa for a week? Be without your smartphone for a week or not use Alexa for a week. Granny says, had a quiet wedding, no more than 10 people, close family members. I bet that was beautiful. I always tell people, like, I advocate for make your wedding intimate, loving, like, I'm telling you, enjoy it. And if you want to do something big, why not just do a big reception and just I'm I'm the type of person. Listen, I'm from the country. Let's have a nice little cookout and call it a day. But would you rather not use your cell phone, your smartphone for a week, or not use Alexa for a week? Now, for me, I don't care about either one of those things. I think over the smartphone, if I didn't have it for a week, I would definitely be okay. That means more writing for me. And when I don't feel like writing, I'll just crochet. So I'm not, but Alexa, the funny thing about Alexa, I don't know what it is, y'all. I do not like Alexa. I know a lot of people love Alexa. Nothing against the people who love Alexa. If you're watching this on the replay, don't say what is this? I do not like Alexa, y'all. We had Alexa, and I don't know what it is. I'm a tech girl. Like I like learning about the new tech. Before we got to new tech, I was all into learning. This is when CNET was big on making articles and talking about all the new things that were coming out. I used to be so into those things, but now I'm not as excited about them. So we had Alexa, and I just did not like the idea of thinking that Alexa could be hearing everything that I'm saying because the little light would light up and I wasn't even saying anything. And she would ask a question. I'm like, oh no, I had to unplug Alexa, y'all. So Unicorn says, not use Alexa. I've never used it before. Yeah, Alexa is, I know some people say, Alexa, turn on this light, or Alexa, play this music, or I'm not an Alexa fan. My husband laughed at me because Granny says don't use Alexa and phone not a lot. Yeah, see, my husband laughed at me when we had Alexa on. He's like, really? And I'm like, I just don't. Something about Alexa, and when I get a feeling about something, I'm big on that. And I'm a person. When I say before, like all the new iPhones used to come out, this was before they started making them like every year. This like you had time in between before iPhones came out because this is I remember when it was the bar phones. My mom would laugh at me because I always wanted a new phone. Every new phone that came out, and then it was the flip phones, and then we had the sidekicks and all of these things, right? I was into those, but once they started making all of these smartphones like a new phone a year, it was almost unimpressive to me. I'm like, nah, I'm not into it as much no more. Now, I still like my tech, but I'm learning to, I guess now I'm learning to see how this tech shape into our day to day because man, some of it is being overused, and I'm just like, but not to go down that rabbit hole. We are going to keep it moving. First, let me know what are y'all working on? Are y'all crocheting? Are y'all just listen to me yap and y'all like coming on and we do would you rather? Because I love would you rather, y'all. I would you rather with my family all the time. I love would you rather. I used to give on Fridays. We had special assignments and like fun little things. I would sneak in like a would you rather, depending on like if it was a holiday and stuff, and just ask the kids like Valentine's based or if it's Thanksgiving or something based, would you rather? So that's why we do a lot of would you rather on Wednesdays. I think it's a fun way just to get the mind thinking about something else. Let's unwind. But let's see. Okay, so let's see. Oh, I don't like that question. Oh, because I said that, I mean y'all probably like, what is it? That one says, would you rather lose your vision or lose your hearing? I'm not gonna answer that one. I just said it because I said I didn't like that one. I didn't want y'all to wonder what it was. So we don't gotta answer that one. I didn't like that one. I don't want to lose nothing. And we're not even gonna talk about that one, right? Um. Okay. So, oh, this is a nice one. Would you rather keep your current first name or change it? I know some people that don't like their name. I know some people. I would keep my name. My first name, if anybody didn't know, my first name is Courtney. And my middle name, while the channel was Lady Simone, the Lady of Crochet, my middle name is Simone, but it's spelled Samoan, which is Samoan. And I've had people think like, what is it with the Samoan thing? I don't know. My mom back in okay, I'm gonna say this. Let me go say this. I think it's a cool story. So my mom used to work at this job, and she said before I was born, she had this lady that was her friend, and the lady asked her, could she name me? And my mom was like, okay, fine, like you can get her middle name. So my name was Courtney, and she said Simone, but spell it this way. So that's how I end up, y'all, with Simone spelled Samoan. So my name is really Courtney Simone. So I always thought it was a cool story, and I have never met the lady, maybe when I was little, but I don't remember, who named me, my middle name. So your corner says, keep my name. It's Josie. That's a pretty name. I like that name. That's a pretty name. And I never met the lady. And my sister was telling me, probably like last year, where she works, the lady came in, remember my sister, and was asking her about my mom. She said, so how is Simone doing? And I was like, that is so crazy. That is so crazy. That was so crazy to me that she remembered me, but I couldn't, I don't know how she looked, but she named me that name and it's spelled like that. And I've had people wonder, like, why is her name spelled like that? And it was a lady who worked with my mom that named me Simone. So, Courtney Simone is my name. And what's crazy, I love the name Courtney. I mean, it's spelled with a, I hate having to say spelled with a C, not a K. But one funny story too. Then I grew up in school. It was this guy. His name was Courtney as well. And the crazy thing is, our birth names was the same first and last name. And he would always get in trouble. And this was so funny because he would always get in trouble. And I tell my kids this all the time. I tell my kids this story all the time. He would always get in trouble and he would get called to the principal's office and they would call us over the intercom. You know, it was a small town, small high school. So every time they would call him over the intercom because his first and last name, I knew it was him, but I would always use that to get a pass out of class. And they would be like, you know, such and such come to the office, and I would always go to the I will always go knowing it was me. Granny says, well, coming from Africa changed name for people to call and not curse you trying to call your name. Yeah, okay. Coming from Africa changed name for people. Yes, a lot of people did have some name changes and stuff like that. I would wonder what was the origin of my name or why, you know, she wanted to call me why that was such a big deal. Like I like Simone. I really do. I like LadySamoan, but I was like, wonder what was the nature behind that, you know? And to this day, I like, that's how I got my name. But I know some people who would say, listen, change my name. There's people that go through the name changing process all the time. Like, listen, change it up, change it up. Okay, so let's see. All right, so this is one my son would absolutely love. My son and my husband will love this one. Would you rather be Batman or Spider Man? Y'all, this is a conversation that we talk about in our house because my son is in the comics and just Marvel and DC. And we always ask the question like, if you had a superpower or if you could be a superhero, which one would you choose? So I know my husband would say that he would be Batman. But would you rather be Batman or Spider Man? For me, I want to be Spider Man because listen, or we're gonna say Spider Girl because I'll be like all over the place. I think I wouldn't be able to sit down because I'm gonna be going. I'm gonna fly and use that web thing all over. And I love the little actor that plays Spider Man. He is so cool and so fun. But I will actually want to be Spider Man. Batman is a little bit dark. Hello, Ye Nation. Ye Nation, what would you rather be? Spider Man or Batman? Let me know in the comments. We are Would You Rather Win today. Hello to everybody that is coming in or everybody who is watching and watching it on replay or don't want to, say it. You may be at home answering the, oh, see, Ye Nation says Spider Man. So Unicorn says Spider Man for sure. He has power. See, we're all going to be like, just imagine. I think it'll be more fun to be Spider Man. Yeah, of course, Batman has a cool little car, whatever. Listen, we drive cars all the time. It's not every time we get to and just jump from one building to another. I think that will be a good time. Like, I may overuse my powers though, because I'm be like, oh, gotta go to the store. Next thing you know, you see me in between houses just trying to get to the store with the web. I think it will be a good time. But Granny said Spider Man, but afraid of spiders. Yeah, oh, spiders. I was outside today. I was outside today and I told my son, I was like, oh, I had to tell my oldest son, please look in my hair and make sure nothing was in it. As much as I was knocking it out and doing all of that, I was outside and I was just enjoying the sun, enjoying just the beautiful day, right? And a wind came, and I guess the spider web just did this, and the spider just landed right here. And I'm looking like, I said, just go. It was a little spider, but I was like, just go. And the spider, I brushed it off, but it went down further. And I'm like, are you trying to say with me? Just go away. So then I had to come in, of course, take my shirt off and shake everything out, shake my hair out, and then ask my son, like, hey, come make sure nothing is in my hair. So spiders, I won't say I'm not afraid of them, but I don't like bugs and stuff like that either, though. So, but when that spider jumped on me today, I'm like, please leave me alone. So Unicorn says, I'm thinking of making, oh no, this Oh, I'm thinking of making a hexie cardigan out of Chanel yarn. Never seen anyone do that though. Oh, I think that would be nice. I would love. I haven't seen it out of Chanel. I made it out of that right here, the weights. This right here, the anniversary cakes, parent anniversary cakes. I made the hexie cardigan out of that, and that's the. I think it's a weight six. So it was a heavier one. I would say, but so when it's really cold, it feels so good, so good. So I think that Chanel yarn will be actually really cute and fluffy and soft. Like, okay, so what colors are you planning on using? Because I think that would be awesome. I think that would be really cute. Really, really cute. Because I don't think there will be much of a difference between the weight six yarn when it comes to the anniversary yarn. It's just a different fluffiness to it. I think that would be really cute. Granny says, did one with the number two yarn, one piece that will be beautiful. Yeah, I think it'll be beautiful too. But Granny, a number two? Woo! I bet that's gorgeous because I know it's flowy. I bet it's so cute. The number two yarn gives. I always wanted to make a what's it called? Like a the wrap, like the shawl. I always wanted to make a shawl out of that nice number two yarn, like so it can be real lacy type feel. I know it's gonna be beautiful. So Unicorn says it's a bunch of scrap I was given. So all yes, yes, yes. And you'll have to make a video so we can share it on the channel so everybody gets to see how that looks. Because I know it's going to be cute. I already know. If you're using scrap yarn on it and it's going to be a bunch of scrap for it, it is going to be absolutely cute. That is going to be amazing. And that's a good use of it to make it for with scrap chenille yarn. I've never seen that. I would love to see how that turned out. So when you finish that one, you have to show us because I know that's going to be so cute. That is going to be amazing. Like I've never seen that. Hexy cardigan out of chenille yarn. I'm gonna tell you, when you wear it in the wintertime, you're gonna be like, listen, I want to make another one. This is gonna feel so cute. I mean, I said it's gonna feel cute. It's gonna look cute, but it's gonna feel good. I'm telling you that. And I only got to wear when I made mine out of that size six. I only got to wear it like a handful of times, but I get hot really easily. It was a lot of times this winter that I could wear it, but I was a little warm. I was like, But I want to see that because I know it's gonna be cute. Okay, so let's do another would you rather. And y'all talk to me in the comments below, y'all. I'm doing would you rather. We are crocheting along. I take this hour to talk to my crochet family. So if y'all don't want to talk and y'all at home just answering the questions, that work too. We are having a good time. I just want to take a little bit of your time out of your Wednesday so that you can unwind and you can answer a couple would you rather questions and just be like, you know what? I never thought about that. I never thought about that. So okay, so let's see. Another one. For your birthday, would you rather receive cash or gifts? For your birthday, would you rather receive cash or gifts? Yeah, I think for me that and my family would be like, we already know, Mama. Y'all, I am such a gift girly. I'm the person that I take it like I put a lot into my gifts. Like I tell them in the house, I'm like, listen, I'm the ultimate gift giver because I love when I say I love giving gifts, I would rather give a good gift than to receive some money because I feel like when you give a good gift, you're thinking about that person. You're admiring the things that they love and I do understand not everybody is gift givers. 'Cause I have to tell my kids that and my husband, I'm like, it's okay. It is okay. I know y'all not gonna give a gift the way I give a gift because I pay attention. Like I'm paying attention for when it comes to birthdays, I'm going back from last birthday to think about or throughout the year to think about some things that you said that some things that you said that you may want it or you may like. I'm paying attention to all that because I'm gonna be like, I want to give you an ultimate gift basket, and you're gonna be like, oh, this I feel the love, and it doesn't have to be a lot of money or anything. It's just like, listen, I just love giving gifts. I really do. Granny says I am crocheting the vest along with you. Awesome. I would love to see the vest too. Is there, I don't know if there's a way we can add, how can we can we add pictures to the comments? I don't know, y'all. I don't know if that's even a crazy question. But I would love to see how the vest looks. Like, I still have not finished that vest that I was working on. Y'all, I have not finished that hexagon pants. They still over there in that wood pile right here beside me. So one day I'm gonna pick them back up. Like I tell y'all, I don't know what it is. I just gotta go off of a feeling when it said pick it up, I'm gonna pick it up and then y'all gonna see it completed. But would y'all rather receive gifts or receive money? Like I say, I'm a gifts person. Like even it could be the littlest thing. It could be a sticker and I'm gonna be happy. You know, it could be a sticker and I would be so happy. Like I'm a gifts girly all day, through and through. And like I said, it does not have to be an expensive gift. I just do thoughtful, like just the idea in the thought. Like that's what I put into my gifts, and that's what I put into just, everything, everything. Okay, so let's get another one, y'all, because I'll be on gifting all day. And I just, I don't know, something about just giving a gift and seeing somebody's heart just melt and feel good. I love that. Okay, okay. Would you rather go to a movie or to dinner alone? Would you rather go to a movie or to dinner alone? Um, oh, Granny said just because you thought on me, anything is appreciative. See, that's me. That's me. Just because you thought about me, it's like, listen, I appreciate that. Just the thought. And that's so important. Like some people don't understand, like, even if it's a phone call, it's like you thought about me today. I love that. I'm with you on that one. Okay, so would you rather go to the movie alone or dinner alone? I think this one is so funny because I have my sister, my second older sister. It's so funny. She would go out to eat by herself, and I'm sitting there like, sister, why are you going out to? She's like, girl, I will go out to eat, and I will sit down and eat by myself, and I'm gonna have a good time by myself. So Unicorn says a movie. I don't know which one. I don't know if I want a movie or I'll go out to eat by myself. I think I'll do a movie by myself. I think I'll do a movie by myself. I may fall asleep in a movie though, because I suck at that. I would get tired so quick. But my sister would go out to eat, and I'm like, sister, I know you're not going out to eat by yourself. She's like, girl, yeah, I'm gonna order some good stuff too. I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna eat and I'm gonna go home. If she had like an appointment or something, a doctor's appointment or something, she would go out for lunch and just sit there by herself. I'm like, oh my goodness. And that always tickled me. It always tickled me because she's like, listen, I'm gonna feed myself and I'm gonna go and have a good time. I said, sister, I understand. But I'm not big on going out to eat by myself. I don't know. Y'all see, I like to talk a lot. So I think I'll get so bored just sitting there like, oh. At least for a movie, I got the movie to entertain me. But having to sit at a table by myself, I'm looking around and I'm like, oh, okay. So I think I'll choose the movie. Granny says movie. Yes, I'll do the movie as well. But I'm telling y'all, my sister is definitely going to choose going out to eat, and she is going to be a okay with that. She gonna be like, listen, I'm fine with it. I'm okay with it. She's amazing though. My sister's amazing. Okay, so let's see. That was the first set of those questions. So we can do on that one. Okay. Um. Ooh. Okay. So would you rather always say everything on your mind or never speak again? Would you rather always say everything on your mind or never speak again? Me, I'm going with everything on my mind. Because y'all already know I like to talk. I like to talk. So I'd rather say everything on my mind. Now, all it means is that I'm going to have to be a little more mindful now. I'm going to have to be a little more mindful, which now I would have to say, if I'm at the stage where I'm at now, definitely choosing speaking and saying what's on my mind because I have grown so much and growth and maturity, life experiences, and just going through your journey will teach you that it will teach you how important your words are. It will teach you not to judge. It will teach you how important you mean not only to your immediate people that you're around, but how important you are to the world. So where I'm at now, I would definitely choose to speak my mind because I know how important it is to speak love and to put so much of that into the world. So I'll be okay with speaking my mind. I'll be definitely okay with that. And my husband got this ongoing joke, and it's so funny because he's like, "You're God's greatest angel." He's like, "Oh, you're so nice. You just want to be nice." And I'm like, "No, I rather find the good in people. I rather find the good in people, and I rather not judge and look and say, okay, this happened, but we don't know why this happened. Life got a special way of just showing you and showing you different perspectives. Of course, there's some things you would not do, and you don't know why people do what they do, but I don't know. I would definitely go with the speaking my mind and rather than not speaking because I feel like I can control myself. Granny says after 65 years do oh after 65 years old I do not ask if you don't want the truth. Yes. And so Unicorn says, speak my mind. Yes. I think the older you get, it's like, yeah, you gotta, be honest. We have to be honest with people. And I always just find the right way. I always say, I'm gonna be honest and I know how to say it in a way to where not trying to be offensive, but I'm gonna, say it in a way to where, listen, I want you to not be hurt by what I'm saying. And I want you to feel a love in what I'm saying, but I got to tell it to you from my heart. So I'm very mindful with that. Very, very mindful. Okay, so that's a beautiful one. I thought that was beautiful. Okay, so would you rather make a phone call or send a text? Woo! I would love to know what y'all would rather do. Make a phone call or send a text. Because the older I get, y'all, I would rather send a text. The older I get, I'm sending a text. I don't know what it is. I love talking, but after a while, it's almost like I go from here to here. So it's like I can send a text, get it out quicker. So I'm not a big over the phone talker, and that is so crazy. And I wonder, like, is a lot of people like that now? Like, they rather talk on the phone, or would you rather send a text? Because I don't know what happened. I'm more of a send a text type of person. If I have to talk on the phone, I'm like, okay. And I don't know, maybe it could be, what could what it could be too. A lot of those over the phone now, you're talking to like these automated things. I don't want to talk to that. Oh, that tears my nerves up. When you call somewhere and you have to talk, and it's like even now, like if you go to a drive-through, it's the automated thing. Hi, how are you? What was like? It's like, come on. Now, in those moments, I want to have human to human conversations. I don't like all the automation and all of these robotic sounds. And so now that that's like a lot for me. That's like a lot for me. So when it comes down to that, I'm like, listen, let me just text this order in or order online so I don't have to deal with it, or pay my bill online because I do not want to have to sit on the phone and try to talk to this robot thing and try to get it to understand. I'm every time if I hear something and I'm making a call, y'all, and it's like with pressing. I'm like, just speak to representatives. Speak to representatives, please. Speak to representatives. Um, so Unicorn said phone call. I miss talking to people sometimes. Oh, that's so. See, I think I talk so much when it comes down to my family. I know they probably say, "Mom, be quiet." Say, Mom, that's enough now. I mean, one thing my kids will never be able to say is I did not talk to them. Me and my husband, we are talkers. Like our whole household, we are like when I say brrr, we talk all the time, and that is something that's open in our home, like open door policy. We are asking questions, we're talking, and we want to know, like, hey, what are your thoughts on this? And listen, we're gonna share our thoughts and experiences on what we have to say. And just day to day life, we watch a lot of wrestling because my oldest son, he's going to get into professional wrestling and he's going to be a wrestler. So we watch a lot of wrestling. So when I say even doing that, Mondays, Monday Night Raw, Friday we have SmackDown. Now we're on the road to WrestleMania, y'all. But we also have I think tonight is AEW. So I think hey they can correct me. I think. But even when we watch our shows and stuff, we are always constantly just talking. I mean, just the talking. So when it comes down to just in person talking, y'all, I think that's probably why I don't want to talk on the phone because I talk so much at home. That's probably why it's like, listen, nah, I'm gonna send a text because I'm always talking at home. Okay, so let's see. The next one would be, oh, would you rather read an awesome book or watch a good movie? Which one would you do? Read an awesome book or watch a good movie? Me, I want to read an awesome book. Read, y'all. I don't know what it is. I have not. I am not a movie watcher. Not a movie watcher at all. I'm. I think honestly, and this is crazy to say, but it's the truth. Honestly, I watch the most I watch throughout the week is wrestling with my kids. That's the only thing. Like, and when it comes down to TV or TV shows, I do not watch TV and TV shows throughout. Um, that's so crazy to even say out loud because I don't watch shows. I do not. I try, like I say, when I do have time to wind down, I doze off. But I love reading. I love reading, and maybe because I love writing, but I love reading. So Unicorn said, "Oh, I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. I don't know what happened. I froze, y'all. I'm back. I see me over here. I'm back. I don't know what happened. Why I froze when I was talking about the book." And so Unicorn says, book. I feel like books are so special when you find the ones you love. Yes, I think so too. And one thing that's beautiful about books too is that I can see it as a movie being played in my head. And then I can put whatever characters or however I imagine them in my head. And it's like books to me allows me to keep using my imagination. That's why I really love books. That's why I would rather um read a book than watch movies. I'm like, it's like I can just place characters where I want to place them, and it's a beautiful thing. I really absolutely love books. Y'all, I think, oh, time, look at time. Time is just flying by today. Okay, so let's see. I think we got time for another question. So Unicorn says books feel different each time you reread. I used to always say, I was not a person that could reread a book or rewatch a show. And until you get a good book and you're rereading that book because you're like, what? The characters stay with you. They stick to you wherever. And don't read that book somewhere. Like if you're in a park or if you're going somewhere and you're traveling, when you read a good part of that book, whenever you revisit that place, you're thinking about those characters at that place. That's the crazy thing. Like, there's so many good books. I love the creativity when it comes, and like I was writing a lot yesterday, and I love to write. And when I come up with my stories, it's almost like I can sit down at the table and I could just start writing one word, and a whole full story just comes to me. And I love, 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 love writing, and I love reading because as a person who writes, you know your process and how things come to you. So it's so amazing to read someone else's work because it's like, wow, how did this come to this person? Like a lot of my stuff is like, of course, like, life experiences, things that I grew up with, and I'm creating stories off of like, life and different things like that. So just reading some stories, I'm like, this is amazing. This is absolutely amazing. Okay, so let's get another would you rather out before we go. Let's make sure we get a good one. Um, Okay, would you rather spend the night in a luxury hotel room or camping surrounded by beautiful scenery? Would you rather spend the night in a luxury hotel room or camping surrounded by beautiful scenery? Y'all, I'm going with the camping. I would rather go camping, but we're gonna have to do like a glam type camping because if I try to do regular camping, I'm gonna be by myself. My family is like, listen, they not going with me. I try to get them on the nature trails, and they're like, "So unicorn stick camping?" Yes, I tried to. I'm like, "Listen, we should go try this nature trail." They're like, "Nope, don't want to do it, ma. Don't want to do it. Nope, nope, nope." And we have so many cute nature trails. And I think it's the country girl in me. Growing up in the country, walking barefoot on the dirt and just, back in the day, it was like, listen, times have definitely changed, but I think that will forever stay in my heart. That's why the camper for me. Luxury hotel, I think I'll be like, I don't know, maybe it's the country in me again. I'm not a big luxury type person. I don't gotta have luxury items or a luxury room or, I'm not that person. Yeah, I just, I love what I love, but I am definitely not that person. So the luxury room, I'm like, listen, what we gonna sit and be like, oh, we can't touch this. Oh, this right here. Now, can you imagine beautiful scenery? You got your crochet. You can crochet. You got waterfalls, nice trees. Like you can read a book. Like all of the things that you can do in nature. I would love that. I would absolutely love that. Okay, so let me show y'all what we got there. This right here, which I think this is a good bit added to the border. I have 3 rounds added to this right here. I think this is good. And I still have this little bit left over. So these little skeins is not bad. And I paid now before they were a dollar and 6 cents, I think, because it was just a dollar. Now, dollar and a quarter, the dollar store is $1.50. I don't like that part of it, y'all. I'm that person. That quarter adds up, the 50 cent adds up, because now before they got us with it being a dollar and a quarter. And I was okay. I was like, okay, I can get used to this. Then I go back, it's $1.20, $1.75, $1.50. I'm like, oh. But anyways, we got a good bit done today. Thank you so much. So Unicorn says looks good. I actually like this color on it. It's a light summery. I really like that. So I think I'm gonna keep adding on to it. Who knows? I'll have by the end of the year, I'll have like a nice size blanket we can throw in the chair or something like that. But I had an amazing time doing some Would You Rathers with y'all. On Wednesdays, every other Wednesday, we Would You Rather. I hope y'all had a beautiful time. I enjoyed talking to y'all. I want to see the things that you make. So listen, please share, 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 share. And I will share, 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 share as well because we are all in this thing together. We are a beautiful crochet community. And I hope y'all have the most amazing rest of your week. Listen, when life seems like it's going like this, everything seems like it's going fast. Don't forget to slow it down. Even if you don't feel like doing a thing, and I say this all the time on the channel, if you don't feel like doing a thing, back away from it, take you a nice little rest. There's so much beauty in the stillness. And then you get to appreciate all that is around you. Sometimes we got to go sit outside and we're looking and we're like, wow, this is beautiful. Even just watching the birds fly, it gives us just that ounce of peace that we're probably missing because everything seems like it's like this right here. So don't get caught up in the noise. Find your peace amongst the noise so that you can have the most beautiful and blessed, amazing day. Y'all always remember that I am your one and your only Lady of Crochet, Lady Simone, Miss So Cornish. You take care as well. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'll see y'all in the next one. See y'all later. Y'all have a good one.